Hi, you, and welcome back to Pond House Garden. Happy Christmas Eve. It is finally upon us. Tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. It's also going to be a day of rest for a lot of us. It has been a busy 3 weeks in December between all the Christmas festivities and the winter activities on top of the winter storms that we've had here. We are located in Zone 8B, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And we have had a very interesting winter. It has been snow and cold, snow and cold, snow and cold, and rain. And in fact, last night we had freezing rain, which was just so much fun to deal with. However, the icicles, very cool. They are now about 3 feet in length, hanging from the outbuilding. So that's something we don't normally get to see. But it definitely has kept us busy with having to uncover the rhododendrons and the trees and some of the smaller shrubs from the compacted snow. We don't want to lose any branches from them becoming brittle and breaking off from the weight of the freezing snow. I'm just hoping this is not going to be a typical season now for us here as the world is changing, or the climate is changing, because I like to be out in my garden 365 days a year, and I've been held back a little bit, which makes me a little bit antsy. So today being Christmas Eve, I thought it was a great opportunity to reflect and look at what I've been busy doing over the last 3 weeks. For those of you who have subscribed to this channel, you may have already seen some of the more detailed videos about this, but this is just a quick overview, something you can watch with your cup of coffee this morning and get into the spirit. So to start things off, the first thing I did in the month of December was make sure to decorate the office so that every day when I had to go in, it was just a little bit more festive to walk into. I love the idea of having that red, silver, and white theme. It brings in the tradition of the red, but it also brings in the bling of the silver. And the silver balls always end up reflecting the lights that are around them, which is very cool. I also took the opportunity on Ugly Sweater Day to make sure that there was a hot chocolate station available for everyone, because what is better than wearing your ugliest sweater and drinking a hot cup of festive cocoa with all of the fixings. We also had Christmas dinner early with Dan's family, and it was great to have everyone travel in and be with one another overnight. The place was just wonderfully decorated, and the food was absolutely amazing, of which, of course, I forgot to get photos of that to share with everyone, but you can only imagine. Oh, my belly was full. And a party wouldn't be a party without some spontaneous dancing at the dinner table. Dan and I visited our old neighborhood, and we found that there was a tree being decorated on the beach. And the tree was in memory of people who had passed away in years prior, or for things that we are grateful and thankful for. I cannot have a Christmas without going to the Old Town Bakery and checking out their gingerbread house, which changes every single year. And this year marked their anniversary, and the gingerbread house was a replication of the building that they're located in Ladysmith, British Columbia. Dan and I decided to get wild and crazy and make some rebar metal trees this year for the front yard. And it was a little bit of work at the shop, a little bit of imagination, a lot of materials, but oh man, the reward is well worth it. These trees are beautiful, especially at dusk and into the evening when their lights glow. We continued throughout December to decorate the yard with silver balls and red bows. We also added lights all around the yard. Mom and Dad put out their beautiful reindeer, which light up the front entranceway to the pond house. Then I got busy wrapping all the gifts, and for those of you who know me, I love Halloween. So Halloween, you can't give gifts out during that season, but you can at Christmas. So I hold over my Halloween ribbons and paper and wrapping, and I put some extra care into wrapping parcels for my friends and my family in Halloween theme. This year marked the very first year that we've held Christmas at the pond house. Even though we did it in the garage, Mom did it with style. She took a bare Christmas tree, put it in the corner of the garage, and made it absolutely stunning in a snowman motif. There was lots of laughing, lots of reminiscing about Christmases past, and of course, we had our quirky little family traditions that we participated in all throughout the day. This brings us up to the most recent days where we actually experienced our biggest winter storm. We ended up with 30 centimeters falling overnight and lows going down to -11, which is unheard of for us. It was really cold. And the last couple nights we've experienced freezing rain. So that has added complexity in traveling to different places around the island. We are just not equipped for this kind of snow and this kind of ice. That being said, the animals are being tended to. We actually have a new resident cat who has decided to take up in the attic at the pond house. Although this is not going to be a great idea long term, we certainly don't want to move the little guy during the winter and during this storm. So Dad puts out cheese and tuna for him every day just to give him something to fill his belly on a cold, cold day. The cows are doing fantastic, happy as ever, and Dad lights a fire in the pasture every night for them to huddle around and stay warm. And the hummingbirds are even looked after because I found a hummingbird feeder heater and it works like a charm. It doesn't necessarily keep the entire syrup from freezing, but it keeps the bottom third available for them to feed on. So they are happy campers. I don't know if you hear that screaming or not, but that's our little neighbor across the way. She is in her glory. They have built an igloo and they've built a little slide, and she's slip sliding down and getting soaking wet, but loving every minute of it. There's nothing better than hearing a little girl cry out in happiness and laughing as hard as she is during winter and at Christmas. Warms my heart. Did you hear that? It's awesome. Pond House Garden is looking amazing. It is truly a winter wonderland. Take a look at some of the video footage that Dad has been able to get for us. The rhododendrons are completely covered in snow. The pasture is just a beautiful blanket of white. And the pond, oh my, the ducks, not really thrilled that their water hole is frozen right now, but it is so, so gorgeous. So whatever happens for you tomorrow on Christmas Day, just remember to enjoy the little things, those peaceful moments, and the new traditions that you start. I am so grateful to have you in my world, and I look forward to seeing your comments every day. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me at Pond House Garden. So my gift to you this year, take your arms like this wrap them around like this and give yourself a big squeeze. That is my Christmas hug to you. Merry Christmas.